in his business and in his marriage, there's nothing you see or do that will make that man feel less of himself because he knows where his respect is coming. If his children respect him at all, his mom and dad respect him, and his wife respects him.
Within this TV I don't build over time, I'll call it and make it just go down the drain like just like that. That is why a lot of people still stay. You understand?
I want to cut it out like bit by bit. For women, it's about provision. For a man, it's about respect and peace of mind you bring. And the little things you do, sometimes it might not be momentary. There's what we call act of service. This is Telamotola Adewuye, and like I said, this conversation is of two parts. The first part we had a whole lot of things to talk about, and the second part we are going to be looking at some things, and we are not accusing anybody or anyone, but we just want to express ourselves as men, and this is going to cut across why women misunderstand men. Yes, the loneliness of men also, and at the same time, the mask comes off when it comes to our vulnerability on things, and also those are the things, and that is one thing. And most times people tend to like, okay, and a woman do this thing. No, so we are not looking at that. We're just looking at it from the perspective of men. Yes, because if we sit women down, also they will have things to say. So at the end of it, it's going to be more like everybody pointing fingers. So, but we're just looking at it, okay, men, why are we having this? What do you think we need to do better? So, and so we are kick starting. We are going at it right away. So, the first question I want to ask is this: do you think men need love or respect more? Do you think men need love more or respect? Okay. So let's pause that. See me?
Sorry.
No, don't need to. I will cut it off. So I will just raise the question.
Yes.
Yeah. So now we're starting with the what women misunderstand about men. And so the first thing we are looking at, so we are looking at it from men's angle. We are not accusing women of anything. So we are looking at it from men's angle, and we just want to know, okay, why? What's going on? And the first question is, do men need love more or respect more?
No, personally, I would say, well, although love and respect are two different things, but I think respect is actually higher than love, actually, because with respect, there will be a lot of boundaries not to cross. You understand? I've heard a lot of saying whereby like, I can love you and still leave you, I can love you and still cheat on you. You understand? But if I respect you, I expect you to some certain. It means that at least me personally, what I feel is if you respect the person, there are some certain things you can actually do. You understand? So that cheating or leaving the person just like that or hanging won't be an option. It will not be there. You understand? Because respect comes with loyalty, values, and all those stuff like that. Because you can't respect a person that you don't value or you're loyal to. That's just what I think.
Mara,
Um, um, I think there's no respect without love. There's no respect without love. For you to say you want to respect somebody, it must be that emotional connection. Like it could be distant, kind of, but it must be that connection. For me personally, a woman that loves a man respects a man. Mm, you know, and a woman that respects a man also loves a man. You respect him to love him. Because if there was no love in the first place, I don't think you want to give him that respect. Are you getting what I'm saying? So I think respect and love works in both ways. One is not superior to one. When I love you, I respect you as my wife. And I love you, I give you that respect by being loyal to you, being faithful to you. And these days, as a man, we misunderstand the word respect. You know, most men, when they say respect, they don't want a woman to have a, you see,
Just the authoritarian.
Just
Have this, I see.
you understand, you
Which is
understand,
fine. Whatever I
understand
say,
what
that's fine.
we, and you know, these days now, if you tell a woman now, I need a woman that can respect me and give me, once you just mention the word respect, the woman starts seeing you as an authoritative person,
Mm.
and it's not a good thing for a man. So for me, when you love that person you can respect. You are not loving for loving sake. If you know that person is not lovable, then definitely you can respect that person,
Mm.
irrespective of the age. I've seen somebody who is like 45 getting married to a girl 27 years, and the man gives the girl the respect. So are we not saying respect has to be, could be gender based or age gap, So respect has to be love, and love has to be respect. I love you enough to respect you. I respect you enough to want to be with you and love you.
Mm.
So that's just my take.
So,
Okay, thank you for that. I love the way you found like similarities in both of them and try connecting both. But coming back to what he said, his question said to a man,
mm-hmm.
which is more important.
Yeah.
Right? More, I feel respect is more important to every man, no matter how much they say love. If you check most times, a man has an argument with a lady, it's not because of she stopped loving him, but the man felt disrespected by her action.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. A man doesn't see cheating as you not loving him again, he sees it as you disrespecting him. A man does not see it entertaining other people as you not loving him, he just sees it as you disrespecting him. That's the simple truth. I would pick respect every day over love. There are so many people we respect in the society, but we don't love them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Even if they are in power,
You have no choice.
you just don't have any choice than to respect.
Yeah.
Whether it's respect by you are forcing you to respect them, or respect by it's coming from your heart.
Mm.
So respect is something that every man craves. You know the same way women will say they are craving ice cream.
Mhm.
Every man craves respect, no matter how little it comes. It can be as little as you are passing now the street. One small boy that always beat you, brother, welcome, how was work? That stuff alone has this confidence boost it does to you. Because you already know that without that guy telling you I respect you, you already know he respects you so much. So consistently greet you every time you pass him.
Mm.
And that stuff is more important to a man than a lady telling me I love you. That's just the truth. That's why you hear some men, you hear that men are loners. We are loners because we just drive on respect. If a man can get 2-3 people to respect him in family, business, and marriage, he's good for life. Family, business, marriage. If a man gets people to respect him in these 3 places, he will thrive. If you like, bring Hail Mary down, bring tractor, no matter what you do for a man that gets respect from his family, in his business, and in his marriage, there's nothing you say or do that will make that man feel less of himself. Because he knows where his respect is coming. If his children respect him at home, his mom and dad respect him, and his wife respects him, anywhere the love is coming from is just additional. It already has a foundation, and the foundation is that he's respected at home. And respect, the only time you can demand respect as a man is when you as a man, you have a character worth respecting.
Mm.
You can't demand respect when you're not a good person. I don't call anybody's name, but I feel like in every family that they respect the dad a lot, it's not because of the dad is telling me, respect me, you must respect me now.
It's just
Because of
comes
the-
out.
It's
Natural.
naturally.
Mm.
You go out in the morning, you are going to school, you see your dad alone, locked in. You come back in the night, you don't even see him. You wake up the next morning, you see him. The only time you get to see him on Saturday and Sunday. There was no time they pursued you out of school because of school fees. There's no time your mom complained about your dad being disrespectful. And you grow up with that mentality. Do you ever think you see another person in that light? If you ask anybody that has a good father growing up, who is their mentor, they will call their dad first.
Absolutely.
Dad is the model for that respect. And it's possible for a person to say, I didn't really see my mom loving my dad, but one thing I can say is that my mom respects my dad a lot because of the kind of man he is. Respect is so paramount. Respect is so good that you can hate somebody for everything he represents,
Still respect.
but his track record, you cannot disrespect it.
So I want to ask, can two truths coexist
Yes.
when it comes to the issue of love and respect at the same time? Is it possible?
His take on it
Yeah.
is where the balance.
Hmm.
But if you are
But if
bringing
you
it
put
down
in
to a man,
man and a woman, women drives on love, men drives on respect.
But now,
Women always looks for who to love them.
yeah.
Men looks for who to respect them.
so and at the same time,
yeah.
so and at the same time,
Yeah.
is it still possible for that same person who is going to respect us because to also love us? Because I don't think we want to be with someone like he said. Those things he pinpointed at. Is it possible for us to, if you don't love somebody, even if it's not, if you don't call it love, but if the attraction is not there, so I'm talking about interpersonal relationship, somebody you are close to now. The natural phenomenon for you to say, okay, I want to respect this person. Is this still going to be there? Because of the fact that I don't think I have an affection, I'm affectionate towards you. So, like, wait till we get together, we say, you understand? So, is it still possible for those two?
Let me
things
just,
to
I know
exist?
this thing might go out and might go viral, but this
Mhm.
case study is the best case study. No very dark man as a person.
Yeah.
His character might not be good
Mm-hmm.
per se. What he stands for might not resonate with everybody.
Yeah.
But what he does, you can't say you couldn't respect him for what he does.
Absolutely.
People don't love that guy. There are
Exactly.
many people that hate that guy to stupor, but they respect what he does.
Absolutely.
So in that guy's scenario now, do you think the guy cares about people that love him or people that respect him?
That's true.
That is like a case study in his own. And that is, I'm talking about it. This is respect from a distance kind of.
yeah.
When it comes close,
Hmm.
that's when what he said. That
Oh,
is it.
okay.
The respect
You
and
understand?
love.
The respect and love now works.
If
hand
someone
in
is
hand.
close to you and they respect you, but you notice that they don't love you so much, on the long term, you guys won't last. It's just like building on a non-existent foundation.
Hmm.
You know, respect is like the block.
Yeah.
Love is the foundation.
Absolutely.
So when I mean, you can respect someone from a distance, but you cannot love them. But for you to say you love someone, that means
Yeah.
you love
Mhm.
and you respect them.
It's just like sometimes I relate it to music. Some people they don't like some artists, but just love their songs.
Yes.
I like this person, but I'm not.
Exactly.
Wow. So that will make me to ask this next question. Have we been in a situation or have we stayed in a relationship whereby we're not appreciated or valued? Have we find ourselves in that space
you know the
and how
truth is-
we are able to handle it?
The truth is, it happens over time. You understand?
Yeah.
It happens over time because you can't say from the beginning. Because from the beginning, it's always sweet and rosy. It will always be glittering. You understand? But over time, that is when that feel at home now becomes, oh yeah, come and stay. You understand? You now know who you actually let in your space in full. Because there and then you now intend to actually see your partner for who the person truly is. You understand? If the person will come value you or not, that is when you now start knowing. You understand? Because from the beginning, that respect, the love, the care, time, and attention will always there. But as time goes on, if the person doesn't love you sincerely, it starts dropping. You now start noticing some funny things. You know they do this thing before. How come? When it starts? So you understand? But this was not how you were when we started. That is where those question now comes in. But you were not like this when we started. Now a lot of people find it difficult to actually work out in situations like that. You understand? Because of the fear of I want to take start all over. So you understand? You notice you are no longer valued in your relationship, you're no longer respected, but you still stayed because of the fear of how will I start afresh? I want to build with him. This thing I don't build over time. I will call it and make it just go down the drain just like that. That is why a lot of people still stay. You understand? Not to be everybody get mind to move.
Maro, just off.
Let me get the light to that question.
Okay, so have we stayed in a relationship whereby we're not appreciated?
Well,
Or have we experienced that?
I think it it's it's one of those common things now. Though before, the moral standard of this age has really gone down. That people start perceiving things that's supposed to be, you know, seen as being grateful, gratitude. Like in a relationship, let me put it in a relationship perspective now. Okay. Um, for the fact that as a man, when you start dating a girl, you don't observe all of this, not being appreciated and all of that. You don't. In the long run, you start seeing lapses. But again, what we call how do I put it? What we call this, like, I don't know how you put that your question the other time. You when
This question.
uh
So we find ourselves in a relationship whereby we're not appreciated.
uh what you call appreciate, like appreciating somebody in a relationship, I would say it goes both ways, both for the female and you know sometimes people like ladies appreciate a man that spends care for them, you understand, and the other way around, just like what we said before, most men just need you to for being there for me, like that peace of mind and that respect. Those are the valid things, like they feel like a woman hold them. But again, I would say when in a relationship now, when you say you are being appreciated and you want to cut it out like bit by bit, for women it's about provision. For a man, it's about respect and peace of mind you bring. And the little things you do, sometimes it might not be momentary. There's what we call act of service.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what do I say again? Attention. Those little things. For instance, now I might not have the money to help my woman, but I'm always available when she calls. But does she see it as being appreciated? Does she appreciate those things that I do? Are you getting my point? Sometimes she might feel it like, oh, since it's not monetary, why should I do it? Normal.
She feels entitled to your attention.
No, not even entitled. If I use the word entitled, not even entitled. I don't want to use the word entitled. I feel she sees as a common natural thing.
Natural thing.
That shouldn't be so. It's
That
not a big deal about
Anybody
it.
can get. But they forget one thing. A man who is always available for you is set to be, he can live his life for you, than a man who only spends in absence. Are you getting my point? I can spend for you
And not still have your time.
and still not have your attention and give you that time when I'm with somebody else. But my money is speaking for me and you are appreciating me for what I do. You're calling me Odogu. Like the name when you spend for anything, everyone Odogu Parara, But again, appreciation has to do with, just those little things, Sometimes when you want to enter the door, I open the door for you. That's me being a gentleman. Sometimes you be like, I need to fix my phone, it fell. Sometimes you are at the bus stop, it's late at night. Those are those days, those days.
Maybe now.
Those days. Because I'm telling you, those days, I see those my bros then.
I love
they choose
this
a wife.
them.
They choose a wife by when you come to the house, they'll scatter the house deliberately. That's how they know a girl. And you get to my point. That's how they know the good and bad. The one who appreciates. You understand?
They will throw their
They'll-
leg.
They'll not be like, come on, this girl, she get this bad character,
But
but this thing.
since when
Now
they
waiting
do-
make me marry her.
I'm going to make me marry and do that. You get, so it goes both ways for a guy, for a guy, you be like, come on, I just get there for me, now my rescue when I did down on zeros, or if I call her, she did, So for girls, self, you just did.
Yeah,
just
it's not one-sided.
it's not one-sided, so you can. But one thing I just my taking point is you should learn to appreciate people even with the smallest thing. One time I dated a lady back then, and I was not having money. And this girl, she was working. Then I was out of job. I was just having 5K in my account. And we splitted this money. Do you know what she said? Can't you sacrifice all for me? Me offering to give you 2K5. I not try, bro.
Out of 5K.
Out of 5K.
Does she know you have 5K?
I explained to her now.
Now why?
Are you getting my point?
Now
So that was a sign for me that eventually this person will not even appreciate me. Or
Absolutely.
probably if she does, it's because I keep providing those things for her. The day I stop providing, she appreciation stops, she's gone. So that was what broke the camelback.
So
Yeah, we freeze it.
okay, so have you ever stayed where you were not appreciated?
Well, I feel like most times, even when people say they are not appreciated, it's not intentional.
Of course.
Mm.
So it's something I so much believe in. Once a relationship starts and gets comfortable, sometimes comfort is synonymous with disrespect.
Mm.
Like it goes both ways. When a lady gets so comfortable with you, she sometimes forget the kind of person you were before you approached her. There are some ladies that know that blunt and be like, this guy,
On a
this
normal
guy
day.
did not approach you. There's no way I would have access to you.
Mm.
But the moment you start talking to her, I feel like it just keeps their mind. And it's not, sometimes it might not be intentional from their end. So when I say comfort, it's synonymous with disrespect. When a lady gets too comfortable with the guy, that she is now being razzed, going to speak pidgin, jumping on the bed, it's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
But one thing you should always make sure in that whole stage is that you always try to remind her why we are in this relationship. It's more about putting a structure.
Mm.
I tried putting a structure in my relationship, the last relationship I was in. Yeah, it worked per se, but the person I was with was coming from a different. When you date someone that has been in a long-term relationship and you have been single for a long time, it's double work.
Yes.
To try to balance and
You have to
It's
convince the
double work
person.
because me being single, I was not being single because there's no girl.
Mhm.
I was being single because me I want to work on myself.
Mm.
So when I now bring that whole, I'm not going to say I'm perfect. I'm not even perfect. When I bring that, I know like if I was at 60% the last time I was in a relationship, if I enter the next relationship, I'll make sure that what made that relationship not to work, I've worked on it.
Mm.
So when I came with that whole vibe, she was giving me, sometimes she said something like, damn my God. When she made that statement first, I was like, this girl, you just have 1 month in my head.
Mm.
Do you know why I said that? Not because of I didn't love her, but I know that on the long run, this girl would always put me in comparison with her previous relationship, subconsciously and consciously.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
So I can't be fighting with a guy that did you anyhow or the one side. Me, I'm saying enough to even understand where you're coming from. I'm not judging you based on your track record or what has happened in the past because I know God does not see me in that light. So I'm bringing down, okay, let me say I bring down my guard with someone.
Let you in.
I let you in as a person, and I also make you comfortable enough to express yourself. And because we're having an argument or something, you say something like, you don't see me, you don't understand me, what are you saying? Like, what are you saying? And see, what I'm saying that comfort is synonymous with it. When you get lady gets too comfortable,
They
just
tend
you
to
have to
forget
remind
themselves.
her. And it's not something you say, I will remind her. Remind her, and it's not when you want to remind her, make sure the conversation is.
Smooth
You tell her,
sailing.
I want to have a conversation with you. It doesn't even have to be one long conversation.
Yeah.
You tell her, something like 10 minutes, like, I really do love you as a person first, before I say I love you as my girlfriend. But I really appreciate you first. How do I put it? When you're trying to tell a
You first
lady,
rub.
appreciate her for what she's doing.
Exactly. So that
What
before
you're
you
trying
are
to talk about initially, you chip it in under. And when you chip it in,
go dey
don't argue
easier.
with it.
Yeah.
If you do that kind of thing twice, and she's rebellious about it, run.
First strike.
Just run. There's no need of.
But again, I like what you said again, but I don't think being too comfortable with the lady makes her disrespect you. First of all, it depends on who you're dating. I'm free with you doesn't call for disrespect. You understand? That is why sometimes when you want to date, you should check out for so many things. When you're dating somebody you're far older than, it could cause some
It will cause you some emotional
views,
trauma.
Some friction.
some friction, like in terms of views, knowledge.
Okay.
You understand? For instance, now you're 30 years, you're dating a girl of 20 years.
Why?
No, 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 not why, not why. Love sees love.
Love sees that's just
Love sees love. Don't say why. And a man of 30 years can still not be as intelligent as a girl of 20 years. Vice versa. It depends on how you've equipped yourself over time. And the family and
Orientation.
the environment you're coming from. So what I would say is, I've been dating my woman now for a very long time, and I've not seen anyone. Though humans are humans, you're prone to make mistakes. But a woman, see, you should be able to respect yourself. Once you have that respect for yourself, that is when you can identify respect.
Absolutely.
If you don't respect yourself enough, because you can't find my woman anywhere, everywhere. Let me not say anywhere, everywhere. Are you getting what I'm saying? So, and we are so comfortable. In fact, both than our brothers, than my family, we are both so comfortable together. There was a time when, I will have to see her off to a bus stop. She will have to see me back. These were how close.
Cordial.
You understand? So when you get to that point in time, that doesn't mean you won't create boundaries. There should be boundaries. And even she, as a girl that wants this to work, she needs to show workings. How does she show workings? She knows the kind of person you are. She knows what you stand for. She knows that, she knows that if I do this thing, this is a reaction or consequence of this. When a woman starts knowing all of these things around her, then you start giving her this level of where she's coming from and where she is now. But when you're dating a woman and you might be right, because when you say you set boundaries, sometimes some women are very sensitive most times, and you think
Not very.
because they're very sensitive. Because I'm telling you from this place about it, there's a way you will talk to a lady. I swear down. There's a way you talk to a lady, and she'll start seeing you as too strict.
that's what I want to say now.
She'll start seeing you as somebody who she can't confide
in.
And this creates rooms for external bodies
To thrive.
So the question now is, how can you handle cases like that?
In that kind of scenario. First of all, know that both of you are two imperfect beings.
Coming from different backgrounds.
So
knowledge.
I don't expect you to change your knowledge like your 20 years within 3 months. Bro, it doesn't work that way.
Okay, now sorry for cutting you short now. There's something I want to now break down now. Like you said, age gap, you understand? Then I didn't see it as anything, you understand? Because then you could actually see a lady of 22, 23, 24 that has more wisdom, you understand, than a lady of 30.
Of course.
You understand? But these days, it is now a thing of concern. Reason being is because of you get to see someone now, a girl that just entered 20, 21, 22, that just wants to start exploring life. You understand? And you, being a man, you understand, she just wants to start life. You don't reach that stage where you want to settle down. That is where issue now comes in. You understand? Even if you accept most of the things, you end up getting tired.
Actually.
Let me break something now. Okay, let me do what previous. Okay, the relationship I just came out from now. We started. She's completing 22. You understand? Given the age gap, and I was like, let me make her no use, because the last one I tried doing, I was too strict. You understand? Because I wanted her to grow quickly. So I was like, okay, make her come down to your level first, then pull you up gradually to my own level. So when the conversation started, I was like, don't pull yourself up, so you're going to go even hard, because you don't really get small sense from the beginning. As time goes on, you understand, a month, 2 months, that was when I started noticing some funny things. Look, there's some parties that they are doing, I want to go to the party.
Why?
I wasn't comfortable, you understand? So like, come now, let's go together. Say I get something I do, but to just please you part time, you understand? But yeah, more they go because after all, most of the times I see they usually go some events. Oh yeah, look for now we don't get things we want, they do so. We don't go fit they go party that much. You understand? She's a student, you understand? She allowed that student life to actually carry this thing take hold. Now I know they get time again to dey do those things then. You understand? And I feel given the way where you don't they almost finish school, that shouldn't be your priority anymore. Because there will always be events to attend. Sure you understand? I feel that was where we started having small like issues. Because now I stopped going out or wanting to allow her go to those events. You understand? I got to understand that she started talking with someone now that wants to start taking her to events.
Let me come in. First of all,
You understand?
Love doctor, help us.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. First of all, you caused it. I would say you caused it because you're a more mature person there. You caused it because one, you are ready for settling down, right? Why would you go for a late adolescent? Why not go for your age bracket?
I tried doing that twice. It almost cost me my life.
Let's stay away. Go be a father.
No.
Be a reverend father.
No. Because these are the questions I will ask you if you come to me.
You know, most of them, the truth of the fact is,
Because-
if you check the age group now, they just want it to happen now.
See,
And it can't happen now. There was one I met, sorry for cutting you short, that told me if we can't get married within the next 6 months, then I'm not ready.
then she's desperate.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm
Let her
saying?
be now.
I don't want to be in a situation whereby I want to get to know who I want to settle down with.
Okay, first of all, let me go back to what I was saying. You know, like this, my brother, I think we were discussing something before. I said he left 2 weeks ago. I was like, is that how you changed then?
No, I beg. I don't talk that one. No.
Disclaimer.
Just clarify that.
Okay. First. Maybe. No, I think that was not what you said. Maybe you guys think alike or so. I think that was what you said. But one thing I want to tell you for free is, when you're ripe for marriage, you go for a woman who's as ripe as you.
How would you know a woman that is as ripe as you?
First of all,
Our values will show it.
see, when
The
a
value
woman
shows and you guys don't connect.
Let me tell you something, bro. You don't connect with one person doesn't mean you don't connect with other people now.
No, I know, I understand what you're saying. That's
See,
what I'm just trying to
let me tell you something. Like I said, I keep on hammering on this. I don't follow people who doesn't have the same vision with me.
That's
For you to
just-
even be in my cycle, we must have the same vision. So when I'm bringing this kind of thing to you,
Sorry. You know you are saying this because of you understand yourself. And people who are talking to now that might later see this might not really understand themselves enough to the level you are at now. That is why you can be able to tell when someone is
okay.
within your
Okay.
vision bracket and can be in yourself.
okay,
So
fine.
for someone that is outside that,
Okay,
like
okay.
a man that's trying to figure himself
Okay,
out.
fine. First of all, for the viewers out there, what you need to do from what you just said now is, first of all, know yourself. Because if you don't know yourself enough, you can't know what is in front of you. Know yourself enough. First of all, I will advise you, my brother, you should stay off relationship for now. Try to discover who you are.
Actually.
Try to discover, because I won't lie to you. According to one Two-Face song, he said you start being what you hate when it's too much on you. Start becoming what you hate. So first of all, understand what you want. Know yourself. Understand what you want. Find something doing that will make a woman want to stay. You know, women stay because of capacity.
Okay.
A woman doesn't even stay because of riches. So most ideal women, they have the money. But can they be with a sensible man that they can have conversation with, that will give them intelligent conversation? Are you getting what I'm saying? So women want a man that they can be proud of, not because of his physique, but because of what he carries and the way he carries himself. So if you, a man of 30 years, is going for a girl of 22, Yoruba will say ofete.
No.
Because offended, that means you would is it you would cry or you want to cry or you will see something. So now just wait, let me, I don't want to forget this part. Now you see, in psychology we have what we call late adolescence.
Okay.
You know, some people,
That exuberance is still there.
that youthful exuberance. She wants to explore. If you explore your own now, nobody stopped you.
I have someone I will tell you for free, you understand,
Uh,
that they are still together. In fact, they haven't happily married. You know the funny part? The funny part was that they even started, she was 20,
mhm.
sure you understand, when they started. And years goes, and it was because he was, I don't know, maybe because of then that period, social media never want to date too much. Sure you understand. That was why, and she had limited, another thing like I said before, limited friends. Sure you understand. So it was easy for them to pay attention
To themselves.
to themselves. I've met a lady, you understand, before herself. I met a lady before her where we talked. She's 26. You understand? From conversation, because I usually have conversation. Sure you understand? I know what I want. I know the kind of woman I want. Sure you understand? So I usually have conversation with you to test the level of your reasoning. You understand? It is now after I've tested the level of your reasoning. Sure you understand? That is when we now okay. Make I see whether you dey think the way you take the act. You understand?
That one give you.
Because you will meet
That
some
one,
ladies
yeah.
that if they
Take it the way
open
you are.
mouth speak, you go talk say you don't find wife. But make they act, you will now start asking questions. You just saying at the same brain, now they work the body. We talked, we moved, the whole conversation was actually I was like, I just want to get
just to run this up because
Yeah.
we are
Yeah.
moving to the next question.
Mm.
In summary of what I was saying is for you to say you want to be into a relationship, first of all, you must have that attraction in you.
Mm-hmm.
You must have that attraction in you. You say you attract your likes. I don't know if you've come across
yes.
you attract your kind of person. I don't know if you come across that word before.
I know, but is it every time?
It's not every time.
Most times when you work on yourself, you attract your like you now. Nobody can have access to you now. Can anybody on the street just have access to you now? And that's what I'm saying now. So now, what I'm saying in essence is, I'm not saying you actually did bad, but for people who are who has experienced something similar than like what you've experienced now. First of all, age, experience are two different things.
Yeah.
A girl of 25 years could have seen more than a girl of 35 years.
Based on where she's coming from and all.
You understand?
True, I agree
So,
with that.
what I want to tell you is, first of all, know what you want. And when you see what you want, can you identify it? Because most times we keep blaming these girls are young, they are not ready, they are not ready, they are not ready. It is because you were too in a hurry. You were too in a hurry. See, when you see young girl working with an older person, it is like 1 in 100. I don't want to use myself as I don't like using my own relationship as a case study, but I will tell you for free. I have seen people who met at 19 and the age bracket was just like maybe 4, 5. And they work perfectly. You are thought like they were meant for each other from heaven. But it's because there was one who was patient. There was one who was ready to learn.
Like one has to be patient, the other has to learn.
You understand? So one has to lead.
Absolutely.
And in the term of leading, it is experience, what that one has known before now. So this one now, and when you're administering all of these things to this person, it comes with patient love.
But sorry for cutting you short. Do you know that there are some whereby when you do something like that, you understand, because they have their mind either centered or focused on something.
If you are not ready, you are not ready.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
move.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying now. Because, like I said, the first one I actually followed was even 2 years older than her. You understand? But I rushed her. Sure, you understand?
Yeah.
In terms of wanting to make her mature. Sure, you understand? That was why I lost. And I accepted the fact. So I was like, okay, most of the people I'm seeing outside now are eagerly ready to get married. And I don't want to do marriage now. It is better to have a broken relationship than to have a broken marriage. No, I'm coming down. There's something I want to drive at now. Yeah. I saw what she was doing. You understand? From conversation, we started with conversation. Sure, you understand? And I saw that she has something upstairs. You understand? This is the person whereby I'll tell you for free. If you sit and you talk with her, sure, you understand? Given her age, you go ask where she gets this kind of knowledge from. You understand? But the influence of the friends, you understand, and maybe because of the environment which she did at that time. I've heard ladies saying, see for now, when they day school, they just want to enjoy life.
Yeah, that's because of their prime. That is because
Sure, you
of the
understand.
time
See,
you find themselves.
you see, my brother, you just need to listen. You're repeating what you've said before.
No, I'm just trying
In another dimension again.
Okay.
I told you something some time ago. I said, when a woman is ready, you as a man,
You will know.
Mm-hmm.
You now, I'm sure you should be close 30 something. You've enjoyed yourself. Nobody disturbed you.
But I didn't put pressure. That was why I said I didn't
And
add
now,
man pressure.
these ladies now, they are not seeing their next 3-4 years in that life that you're seeing yourself.
Absolutely.
So you guys are having friction. You must have friction. Because your vision and ideology, everything is different. You can't align. So once you are going for a lady, first of all, equip yourself as a man. I told you before now. If a woman is reading one book, read three
books.
If she knows this thing, go and study that thing because she will use it against you. See, when they say a man is a leader, when they say a man is a
You don't
leader,
tire as him. It's not easy.
see, when they say a man is a
I'm not
leader,
tired of what he's saying. I get where he's coming from.
Yeah.
when they say a
Exactly.
man is a leader, a man is just not a leader because
Honestly, exactly what I'm driving at.
See, it is not a lot. It is when you compound yourself with it that makes it a lot.
When I mean it's a lot, is when you are in a relationship, like when you're actively in a relationship.
Of course.
See, there's something I like. I like boiling it down to the average person.
Okay.
So the average man now, like want to reading the same book. You know, sometimes a woman has an image of the man they want as early as when they were 4 years old.
Of course. But sometimes that can be changed.
It can
Over
be
time.
changed, but what makes you feel like it can be changed every time?
Well, for me, I think gone are those days. We never pictured the Nigeria that we are today to be like this. We never pictured the society that we are today to be like this. So, like I was saying, when I said read books, I mean you should follow the trend of what is going in your environment.
Okay. So I get where you're coming from. What I'm trying to say is, in as much as you have to be 2-3 steps ahead of a woman, what if you are 7 steps ahead of her and she's not willing to do the exact same thing you are
That's
doing?
another thing.
And
Because
you are trying to bring her to that level.
You can't
And
see
she's doing
See.
easy
The
necessary.
first quality is to be with any partner is to know if they are teachable. Being it a man, being it a woman. If I correct you for something now, I'm not correcting you because I'm older than you. See, like I said I will never use the king of my child. You know why? Because I will have this conversation with them. When I correct you for something, I am giving you the reasons. I'm giving you the implications, both the short and the long term. Are you getting my point?
Yeah, I do.
You get what I'm saying? So when they are becoming that age, they are coming to this realization and saying that so this thing can be solved like this, even without this harsh rule. See, let me tell you something. When you are 7 steps ahead of a woman, if she is not teachable, you try first, second, third, fourth. You let her be. You
Wait. If he's not your wife, go.
Okay, for instance,
Can we pause it? Smith, can you pause? I want to ask, are we tired of pretending? Okay, so let me just put it this way. What are you tired of pretending as a man?
Well,
What is that thing? What are those things?
when you say tired, I want to. Are you talking about the general view of a man?
Yes.
Well, tired. Well, I'm not tired to be a man.
Okay. But what are those social constructs?
Well, the what I'm tired of is the way the society have viewed man to be. I'm tired of hearing that a man cannot cry.
That's what I want to see.
I'm tired of hearing that a man cannot be vulnerable to his girlfriend or his wife. I'm tired of hearing that I can't speak my mind, and when I speak my mind, a lady sees me as being authoritative. I'm tired of what is applicable to a man should be applicable to a lady. We both went to the same school, for crying out loud.
That's what I was saying.
We both had the same curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
We both came from the same cultural views, political zones, and
Faith and
everything,
all.
faith. So I think this thing should go back again.
To the way it was before.
No, not
our
even the way.
fathers.
Even the way it was before was not. It was very bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should go back again the way it was, and I think it should go back again. They should reconstruct that idea.
Those ideology.
When we were in secondary school or primary school back then, when they give a lady 2 lashes, they give a guy 7, 6. And when you ask the teacher, there was one time like that. I questioned the teacher. I told him, sir, if you flog me this thing again, SS2, I said I will hit you back. It was these ladies that were making noise in the class, and you gave them 3, and you gave us 9.
Yeah, the man you're supposed to
You get to my
control, you're
point.
supposed
So,
to lead.
you know, the society, even the educational system has inculcated this kind of idea. And when you see a lady, don't you know I'm a lady? Don't you know I'm a girl?
I'm just a
I'm
girl.
just a
girl.
girl.
That's the current trend now.
something.
For that's the current trend now.
And like I watched Bovi. Bovi was saying something, and I think he has a child. Let me just relate it. You know, I think the media space is not even helping. It's not helping at all. Let's start from there.
Be specific. Say TikTok.
No, I'm talking not even TikTok.
Generalization of social
Not
media.
even- not even
This
TikTok.
social media has actually killed them.
The censor body controlling the media currently in Nigeria, they politicalize them, and some private sector has bought those people. You know, for instance, now when I was growing up, we have the story like Tales by Moonlight. We have the Fuji House of Emotion comics.
Mm-hmm.
Yet there is still moral lesson. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. You have to pick from those things.
There's still moral lesson. So we as kids back then, we look forward to Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
We look forward
What's
to
Super
those
Story?
moral lessons. Superstar even came after.
Yeah.
We look forward to those. This thing, we watch this thing, what is it called? Coexisting with flatmates.
Yeah, flashlight.
Yeah, the flat
Yeah.
You know,
Remember this
so
life?
yeah, of course.
This life.
So this kind of things, and I will always tell you, my best series producer has been Wale Adenuga.
Mm.
It might be unjust because I saw the story of Papa Jasco, you know,
Yeah, blah blah.
but there's always a 2 side of every story.
Mhm.
Your own view and the
Other
truth.
Mm.
So, you know, all these things are the things that are making men, you know, people have. See, let me tell you something. It is normal for me to sit down and I see a young lady standing and I'm sitting because I'm also tired.
No, you stand up for how?
I'm also tired.
You're not supposed to.
I can even be going through work because she's a lady, obviously. They might give her a lady treatment. But me as a man, I am hustling 2 jobs. And I'm tired, and a lady is just standing and telling me, can't you stand up for a lady? Why are you not being a gentleman?
You
Do you get to my point?
You wanted to say something?
Well, if you said what are we tired of in the society, what are we getting tired of?
So,
Like, no matter how tired we are about these things, the simple truth that in the next 20 years, what we are talking about now will still be existing.
That's why the more reason why you're tired.
No. I think men should do well to when we talk in uniformity, it goes a long way.
There's no how you can talk in uniformity
Yeah,
because
see
of.
what happened the last time Nigeria came into uniformity for one stuff, personally as citizens. They killed them, they massacred them. That whole
And nobody said anything.
And nobody said anything.
Well, I don't want to dive into politics.
That's
because-
just
no,
like
what
a
I'm saying,
scenario.
that-
you know,
now,
well, no,
see,
we are bringing
see,
this down
see.
to Nigeria
See.
here now.
Not even
we
Nigeria.
are
It
talking
is something about the
what
world.
men
itself.
don't like in the society now.
Mm-hmm.
Those are politicalized structure. So I don't want to mention. There are so many factors that conspired that made that thing happen.
You see, this what we are tired now is that the truth
Just
of
trying
the
to
fact is that the truth of the fact is it is a worldwide thing. Sure, you understand. And like we said earlier, we are basically the cause of our own problem. Reason being is because you see a fellow man, knowing the nature of the job, he has gone through stress and all that. And in the sedan, trying to like relax, there is no space. The lady comes in. Another man with the tell and say, make him stand up for the girl. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course.
Another man, I've been in a situation where something like that happened. Sure, you understand? And I just first paused. I felt like, I don't understand. You may sit down, need the chair, I've been waiting. Sure, you understand? Now, the fact that we've taught ourselves not to cry, not to be vulnerable, is actually annoying. That is the reason why a lot of men don't actually find it okay, want you to talk to someone else. You know, if you see me, why you see me cry? If you see me cry, you will judge me. You understand what I'm saying? If you see me cry.
Did you see that recent podcast where that man started crying about it?
Joy Edochie.
No.
Joy Edochie came outside. That was that guy that said this one.
So we, like the project I'm on now, let's use that as a case study. You know what? If that man had like a vulnerable circle, and this one I might be saying circle of women or circle of family, circle of men that will sit down in the middle. There will be like 30 men around him.
Waiting they happen.
If that man should have made that conversation there and there,
he would have moved. He would have moved past it. There was a video I saw. Sorry for cutting you short. This guy, I don't know what had a take plan that he proposed to his girl in a friend's wedding, something like that. You understand? The guy slapped him. You understand? This was not what happened. No, chill. This was what happened. That was where I was like, if not like this, it did happen. Men go the day better. When the guy slap and waka come out, now men come outside from the seat where they sit down, came outside, started spraying him money, carried him up, dust in leg, making no reason now. They can't go back, go sit down. If you have a man that can pat you at your back and tell you it is fine, go they go.
The end point of what you're saying now is having a community of men.
That's just not the only thing.
Me now, every Thursday, like tomorrow now, I used to play football every Thursday. Whether my leg will break, whether now medicine I carry on. And I'm not doing that because of just the football.
Because of saying that safe space.
Now see, guy, they talk.
You go hear talking.
You will relate to what they are saying. They will relate to what you are saying. It doesn't have to be even 1 hour. It can be as little as 20, 30 minutes. But that conversation, one thing you can beat your chest and say is genuine. And it's not coming from a point of, but this guy are not doing well. It's coming from a point of, guy, I understand where they come from. I don't know if you get where I'm coming from. So what I'm trying to say, last thing I'm trying to say is that when we are moving out as men, and we already notice that on our own, we can't take this journey alone, find a community of men. And that's what I'm trying to build. A community of men. Every time we hear, there's one time I intentionally checked my FYP on Instagram. I searched what 5-10 ways to please a woman and everything you can all those things that I searched for that thing. Bro, I scrolled for 5-10 minutes. It kept on coming up. Then I reversed it and I did it for a man. Bro, before you say a content about what men do, you do like this.
Well, I'll tell you for free because, like I said, everything. If that guy that proposed, if he doesn't have a good friends around him, I don't think he would have gotten.
But you necessarily the people that do that might not even be his friends.
Yeah, might not be that. This no.
Now that fellow guy, that's certain.
I feel for. I think I watched the video as well. I feel this way his friends. And again, for a man, do not be okay or shy to walk away when it is not working.
Actually,
that's the person every man supposed to train themselves for.
And a man,
always
we put too much expectations
on women,
on ourselves that we want to do. First of all, I live my life for me, because if I don't live my life for me, there will be no you.
Absolutely, to come in.
You understand? So when I take care of myself, I eat the best food. Because if I'm not healthy, you won't find me attractive.
Absolutely.
If I don't wear good clothes, you won't find me being neat. If I don't spray, you won't say, you're looking, you understand?
Self-development also.
First of all,
You have to put yourself first.
For you to change your narrative, even though you can't change it at
whole global scale now.
And I will tell you for free, this thing is not even happening in the Western world.
It's not.
I don't know.
Because they are equal.
No, I don't know about other countries.
The only thing there is
US. He was for them.
Well, for US, I'll tell you for free
Jesus.
because I think I work remotely, and I'll tell you for free that even the women suffers more than the men. This pressure you
No,
put on
there's
yourself.
one.
No, wait.
To
This
the
pressure,
guys,
this pressure
no be
you
love,
put on
no be- I
yourself.
know-
This
you
pressure
know
you
it's
put on
love.
yourself of marriage.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
woman you should marry a woman before she get pregnant for you. A man should be able to be the one to provide for. It's not like that in the US. Sometimes in the US, the man might be a farmer, the woman is the breadwinner,
And now UK
and she settles the issue of the family, and nobody knows.
The UK system
Even she
now
go
will
against
have-
as far as her family, her immediate family, to please a man who is not legally married, to mind you.
UK now makes sense pass because the United
One
Kingdom.
thing,
Sorry.
okay. One
You-
thing I noticed is like, sorry. One thing I noticed is like, when you are bringing up those scenarios, you should judge it based on one thing. If you check the progress of US, the
To
progress
what
of
we have.
Nigeria is just 60 something. US as a country
Exposure,
is
the advancement.
100,
200,
100
That
years
is what
ahead.
I am not trying to compare.
No, I know, yeah.
I'm limiting it to Africa, not Nigeria alone.
Nigeria
Yeah.
as a country is just 60 something years. And in that 60 something years, we experienced military rule, we experienced democracy, we experienced that whole phase where we were trying to get ourselves, we experienced when people were even trying to live out of Nigeria. And now we're saying we're Nigeria as a country. If you check
Those
difference,
experiences.
see what I like boiling down things to reality, like something that even if a 10-year-old child should listen to this, they will understand. The average Nigerian man now, even if you were earning 100k as at last 4-5 years, and you're still earning that same amount, do you think you can burden yourself with what a woman comes with? And stand. Let's be realistic now. Let's leave the whole you should do this, you should do that, you should do this. You can't place expectation on someone when you are not placing expectation on yourself. How many women put expectation on themselves?
And that is what I'm saying. I say it's the men that put expectation on themselves. For me, I'm not living my life to please a woman.
Simple.
I'm not living my life to please a woman.
Simple.
That is why I come first before her.
That's just the.
I come first before her.
The perception. That's the mindset now. A lot of
Because if there
men
is no
change.
me, there won't be
There
you.
won't be you.
There won't be family.
If there's no you, there will still be her because another person will.
No, when I'm talking relationship and family wise now.
There was a very dangerous take I saw on Twitter, and it was a girl that posted. That's what even made me happy. No, I think it's my fellow girl. She posted something that if you employ 1,000 men, you've employed 1,000 families, like families rather.
Yeah.
But if you employ 1,000 women and they start doing good, do you think they'll be thinking of marriage?
No. Possibly, I don't think.
See,
so.
let
There
me
was-
tell you something. You see this life. I used to tell people that life is a place of space. When you get to that space, I've seen women who are loaded with funds, but in their 30s, in their 35, they are not interested in marriage.
Mm-hmm.
But in their 40s, they want to be a third wife, fourth wife.
You know the reason
To
because
people, you know why? Because in Africa,
marriage is a thing.
according to not even marriage, a woman who has a man legally married is being responsible,
Yes,
respected,
Viewed. Yeah.
Viewed
I-
by the
perception.
society.
I had that conversation with someone. They say
You
it's
get
a
what I'm
lie.
saying? Respected. And you see, I want to say, it's boiled down to media because even these our so-called mentors, for me, I don't follow the random mentors. I don't follow the random musicians like the likes of the people that we know, the A-list singers. Because if your life is not reflecting, we don't have like my struggles did not start now, it has started long time ago. And somebody has succeeded who's passed through that journey and he did well and he's still doing well. He might have some flaws as an individual, nobody's complete. But I prefer that person more. So what I'm saying is men should be able to pick themselves first. When a woman leaves you, my brother, move on. That guy crying, I'm not saying he shouldn't cry. I'm not saying he shouldn't cry on the TV and on a national TV like that. I'm not saying he shouldn't cry. But your tears does not bring you for me, I think he's looking for sympathy. Because as a man talks from a place of wisdom, not from a place of arrogance. He spilled so much that I felt those things could have resulted to solutions for him. When somebody be able to, like, if I'm coming to this place, put it at the back of your mind, it's positive or negative. If it's positive, fine, glory to be to God. If it's negative, I go back, I do my own work.
But you
I
know,
go back
that
again.
guy that said something like that on national television processing his thoughts, knowing that that stuff usually goes viral, and how his wife is and his family behind it. Do you think that was a desperate attempt of him trying to put himself out there to show the world that he's tired? You know, if that guy had carried that thing, there's a very big chance that we'll go into silent depression and
now,
still die after.
Let me make
Even without talking.
If you check the statistics of men, people that dies every
That's
day.
increased though.
Men
I
dies
checked it,
more.
that's increased.
Men dies more.
Depression.
Men due to depression.
Suicidal
Okay,
thought, oh my God.
now it's like this. You're having lack of love from home, family, outside, and all that. That's one. So that makes a lot of guys now go into drinking, doing drugs, smoking. To do what? To just clear
Not
the
just,
head.
not just guys alone, women too as well.
Women are doing it because they got influenced.
Based on men.
No,
Women,
no,
what is
even
that?
women. I will tell you the reason why
we are not
women
even
are
talking
doing
about
it.
men. We are not
I'll
talking
tell
about
you-
men. We're just
I'll
focusing
say-
on men.
Most
I'm not
women.
saying you get woman.
Shey you understand? Most
So
women-
we're just focusing on men. So let's
Shey you
let us.
understand? Now,
So
if you check now, the reason they are doing it now is because of that there is this big void deep down.
So
You
let us round
understand?
that up so that-
That they cannot share it with anyone. Shey you understand? So the only way they know they can actually clear their head, you understand, is by doing most of all those things. And when you don't, the funny part about all these things is that that's what I want to say now. The funny part now is that when that thing now expires, it comes back. There was a day I was going to Yanova, you understand, and I saw a guy hang himself along the road. There was a video that went online about a few weeks back. The guy is well to do. In parking car, jump enter this thing, from Third Milan Range, enter the water. You understand? There are things, no matter how it is, there is this empty void where you know, say, there is nobody to talk to. You understand? Because truth of the fact is that I dey go through a lot. I have my own demons I'm battling with. You understand? And I try coming to you. You get? You know, say they say women they sensitive, but we're actually more sensitive than the women. In the sense, especially when you, just like you said, you want to share sensitive information, looking for how you want to get yourself back. And you are trying to talk to this person, and the person is not really giving you that vibe. You end up cutting it off.
Actually, you stop.
And when the pressure they build, you understand, because it is not everybody that knows how to actually navigate or learn how to control their emotions. You understand? That's the hardest thing anybody can do. That was why I said, that I talk to myself. If you see when I talk to myself, or when I chastise myself, you first say I don't mad.
You go just sharp calm down.
No, I'm telling you I'm telling you the truth, because of at the point I actually noticed that I don't have anybody I want to talk to that will understand. You understand? Because each time I want to talk to person, I'm not just reason, no be the face am. You understand what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
Okay, let me just give you one practice for what you're saying now, like on a personal advice. There's something I usually do. Like if I'm coming down from from where I'm going to my house and I enter like a public transport, I initiate a conversation with like a stranger and I tell them exactly what is wrong with me. Knowing for a fact that I'm not going to see them
again.
And
That's
you know,
what
that
someone told me
person-
to do.
That person will give you the best
Advice.
advice because they don't know you. They don't know where you're coming from. The only thing they have is the perception. Okay, why is this guy telling me? For him to tell me something like that means it's bothering me.
Lodging him.
Simple.
That was what
That's the
someone
best.
told me.
That's the best thing you can do if you're someone that finds it hard to like communicate. But when you've done that and it's not working, then you seek help.
First of all, you know what you're doing to yourself is harmful, right? Because it's what we call living in denial. You know this thing, it's something bothering you, yet you're feeling like you have it sorted out. Just like yours is said now, under the influence of alcohol, you can be harmful to your own self without even you knowing. You know, most of these great men that we've seen that died of suicide, they did not intend to kill themselves. They did not intend to kill themselves. They felt they could handle it in their own way, and they take substance that are sometimes, they feel like, oh yes, I'm talking to myself, man in the mirror. It doesn't solve any problem. It doesn't solve any problem. And that is why sometimes you don't have to, just like what you said, it works too. I think I'll try that at the hospital one time like that.
You just talk to a stranger.
understand?
Someone
So-
told me that.
So
before.
now, when you're going to the hospital now, I don't know. The hospital now, they are not just having okay, you're coming for malaria and this thing again. sometimes your mental health, you will see it at the reception there. There is a number to call. There's, you should make use of. See, let me tell you something. Do you know why the white men are doing better than us? Because a white man does not want to work. They prefer the food to come and meet them. If it's possible for the US government to feed these people,
They'll feel yes
they
now.
will accept it. Because they want to make all the parastatals, they want to make use of it. Because, should I tell you something here? All of these things are being funded by government. And I'm sure indirectly or directly, you are paying your taxes. Whether you're working, they are removing some amount. So,
VAT.
utilize all of these opportunities. There is a Lagos this thing, this new this thing that started in Lagos, like I think it's an HM or something. Lagos something.
Yeah,
I've forgotten the name. I think there's one.
exactly.
So you make use of all these things. My brother, I've been in this phase that you are. So I can relate with what you are saying. But if you don't put a full stop to it, it's a roller coaster. Even when you get married, you have issues.
Yeah.
No, I would. Why would
Because
disagree on you
because
on
your
that?
wife now, she might be looking up to you to share your problems with her.
I do share my problem with
But-
my partner.
But if you, they say,
No, I do. If it's the one thing, that was what I said.
So that's just it. For me, I just feel like in a global settings, I
you
think
just
we
learn
can
how
be
to
global
navigate. The truth of the fact is that you just need to, personally, what I feel or I've learned over time is you just need to learn how to actually navigate your feelings, your emotions, and know how to actually control it.
Of course.
Sure, you understand?
Those are the first
Because
priorities.
that's the first thing. Because if you don't know how to actually hold yourself together, you understand? You don't know how to actually hold yourself together. Nobody. There was a conversation we had then about accountability and this thing. If you don't know how to actually hold yourself together and take responsibility for your actions, sure, you understand? You end up getting broken. Sure, you understand? What I do is, I've told you the two people I feel comfortable sharing for is my mom, you understand, and my partner. So when I don't have, you understand, I do have some set of friends whereby I will just, we'll just talk about it. And the way I'll take it in a casual way, we'll go gist, laugh about them, so that I know, say, if you dey judge me, I no go reason am. You understand? Because of so we don't use that take play laugh.
No, actually, if anybody is judging you and you are reasoning, that means the person is close to you. Or the person has like an emotional connection to you, or you have an emotional connection to the person. If a random person come and tell you, guy, you no get sense.
You know reason, I think I
Yes. So one thing with me, I so much believe in that what he's saying is very paramount, because the help is there. I feel like the best thing anyone, whether be it NGO or the government, can do now is just to create more
Awareness.
sensitization and awareness,
And awareness
on
about
these
it.
available tools for mental health.
But I would also tell you to actually, this thing you say you want to do, push it.
Oh, we've started already. We
Yeah.
have our first conference.
He was even saying he wanted to do something like that before, Seth.
Oh.
You, who will the talk say this month? What happened?
Oh, not just conversation.
The thing is, aside, see, there's this thing I like about these Catholic people. When you
Confession.
sing,
That confession,
you go
exactly.
and meet. I have a friend, not really a friend, like he's much younger, but we work together though. So he followed me down. I never knew he was coming to see a father. So I sarcastically said, "You don't sin again, Abi. Who they go report to this time?" You get what so I never knew what he did was a grievous offense, but I joked with it, and that was me not being rational
at that point.
So the next day, I saw his countenance towards me. I was like, and me, I evaluate myself every day. It helps me a lot. If I have offended somebody, whether I'm wrong or whether the person is wrong, it keeps me at peace, because I believe that when I communicate to God, I'm talking to the highest being. So I want to free my soul. So when I met the guy was like, bro, she said something to me yesterday, it pained me, and I apologized. Sometimes as a man, let's be careful of what you say to our fellow woman. let's be careful because most times
That's if you break them.
most
That's
times-
one
most
word
times-
you just
most times,
utter.
most times we joke about sensitive things that we sometimes we should not do that
As guys.
as guys. Especially just like what you said now. And I want to tell you as man to know how to communicate. When you're communicating things with people casually, they'll give you a casual answer.
Actually.
So
Because you
when
understand
you
that.
said something the other time at the first episode, you said that if you want to talk, you said before I tell you this thing, it's important to me.
Yeah.
So in my horizon already, I'm preparing myself. I'm putting myself in that frequency with you to be able to connect. So see, sorry that we are taking your time, no vex, but this thing
extra time.
needs to be hammered on
Yeah.
because the essence of this podcast it should sensitize those people watching, our viewers
Absolutely.
who are going through these things. Because I've been in a point in my life whereby I don't even find my family helping me.
That place is a
I
very
don't-
bad place.
That I have to leave Badagry with my bag one morning 6 a.m. and I met myself on the island. No uncle, no auntie. I stayed in an uncompleted building, an abandoned hospital. I'm sure if my friend is watching me, Rafi, because I think I sent the episode, he will relate. And I told him, he said, go and meet this young. I said, I don't want anybody. I just want to discover you. And when I said discover, see, what does not kill you?
Makes you stronger now.
If
It's
you
a
don't
lie
die.
sometimes.
No, it makes you stronger.
Yeah,
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes it's a
If
lie.
If you survive
Sometimes,
them.
sometimes you wish
you never even
wish you never
experience.
even embark on that journey.
Hmm.
Do you know how many times I would sleep with my eyes open under the bridge? Do you know how many times I will have to sleep that a cat will jump on my body? Do you know how all these cats look like dog? It was an abandoned hospital, no roof. If it rains, the roof will fly off. I will just stay at one corner there.
This bros don't see life.
You get what I'm saying? So when I am talking to people, it's because I have been there before. I know what it feels. Are you getting? But thank God for today. Thank God for today. So what I'm saying in essence is, as a man, know when to seek help, know who to seek help from, and know when you are vulnerable.
Even know how to receive help.
Of course.
Because sometimes
If
the
you
help
warrant-
is there, you might not even be able
If
to
you warrant you to
see.
cry, look for one place, lock yourself, cry.
At that point, and I said to myself, though self-discovery is actually good for a man.
You have to discover yourself. That's the first
you
thing.
need to know yourself. My brother, you need to know yourself as a man. You need to know yourself. You think you know yourself until you are put to a test.
Your strengths, your weaknesses, you need
You
to
will
know
just
what
fall
it
yakata.
is.
But if you've had something similar, I'll be like, what happened to me in 2012 is once beaten, twice shy. I shall not be like this again. You know how to handle it better. So what we are saying is the government, NGOs should come. All this one that they are doing, I heard there's this reality TV show coming up again. It should be a men's mental health show like that. Those days, that's what I'm telling you. The media has polluted the minds of young lads. They say they are helping us digitally. I prefer the analog time.
Where the level of
Because
things you see
those
is
times,
limited.
I think there was this show run by this soap company. It's called Couples Goals. How much do you know your couple? How much do you know your spouse?
Watch your tie your eyes.
You don't call the names. You
No, I'm not
understand?
calling them.
You understand what I'm saying? Those people sensitize what
They help
family
each
should be
couple,
like.
yes, so
Even
true.
you as a viewer, when you watch them,
When you
you
watch-
imagine like, I want my family to be
To
like
be
this.
like this.
You get what I'm saying? So I feel like just like what you're doing, I have not really
True.
No, we
don't
can
really
talk about it.
you understand. So I'm just saying that for men to be able to
Know
seek
yourself.
help, know yourself. And sometimes when you think you are not at peace, do not stay in a place you are disrespected and not at peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very, very bad.
You can be violent,
Yeah.
you can be a lion.
That's very, very.
Are you getting my point? So I just feel like I will round it from my own side. I will round it up from there. Do not stay where you are disrespected and not at peace.
Yeah. You're not valid. You're not valued there. Do not
My
stay
God.
there.
I think we've really hammered on a whole lot of things. And you want to say something? No. It's still going, right? Oh, there's no problem. So, and I love the fact that we've been able to hammer on a whole lot of things that has to do with men and the reflection and all. So, I would love to answer this rapid fire question. It's just you only pick one and all. So, I'm starting with Tizo. Uh, no, it's just random question. It's just so peace or love,
Peace.
respect or affection,
Respect.
money or mental health,
Both.
marriage or freedom.
Okay, that one is tricky.
Mm.
And why I would say it's tricky is just a very simple thing. You know, the kind of marriage that's actually working out outside now is contract marriage.
Mm.
You know, contract marriage is like, the guy and the lady will come to agreement that no emotional connection. You give birth, you go your way, I go my way, I take my children. Everybody's at peace. It's signed by both lawyers.
Mm.
So in that case now, the guy is not married. He has children. He still has freedom.
Mm.
So that marriage of freedom is a very tricky. I don't even want to give a direct answer. But as a person, one thing that would like influence my answer now is just one thing. I grew up in a family where for one day I've never seen my dad raise his hand or my mom. And they've been together for more than 25 years.
Mm.
So me, the idea of marriage is interesting because growing up I was exposed to a happy family.
Mm.
Even when things were very difficult, my mom stood by him. So if you come and start telling me marriage this, marriage that, I was like, well, now where did it come from?
Absolutely.
My own idea. So that's the only reason I'll pick marriage there. But if it's what I'm seeing currently now,
I'm
it's
afraid of
tricky. It's tricky.
So, Barrow, peace or love?
Well,
Which one are you picking?
where there is love, there is always peace now.
Okay. Respect or affection?
Well, respect or affection. You know when you call respect now, they'll tell you, oh, you need a woman to be under you to be your puppet. Well, I feel like if there is affection for somebody, that person should be able to respect the person.
Okay. So how about money or mental health?
Well, when you have money, of course you have a stable mental health.
If they don't get anybody who will trouble your mind.
No.
That one I don't do.
No, the reason why I say so is because one, if you are being realistic with yourself in Nigeria,
90% of the things you want to do depends on money. And the
90% of happiness comes with money.
Absolutely, finance and all. Trying to keep.
You see, I'm talking of reality now. Let's leave God aside. Because some people, no. The reason why I said,
So that we'll be able to be
we're able
realistic
to get
with ourselves.
balance.
Yeah.
Because you see, bro, if you say no leave am, some people will be like don't leave am. But what they do to get their money is against God's purpose for them.
That's what I'm saying. Don't leave God.
So what I'm saying is, when you have money, 90% or 99, what am I saying? 99 of your this thing.
99 of your existence.
It's so because one, if your woman says she's not teachable, there are like hundreds
options.
Of women. Just like that with Yoko. The advice I would have given was what you're giving. You say you are looking for a children, five children. You put them on this thing. 5 women.
You get what
5 children within 1 year.
That was what someone who I have one of my.
So
I have one of my uncle.
Yeah, Solomon.
Before you go to that, I have one of my bros. He was like,
calm.
one of my bros. What he said was that, now you go stress yourself, so you go look monkey yourself on top of one woman. Now picking you define. There are plenty. There are some that will give you for free.
No, I don't want that. I want my own.
The reason why most people suggest that kind of advice for him is because now that man is 45 or so.
48.
48 years.
So it's around that.
Now he don't use first half of his life finish.
I'm really seeing that.
At what age does he want to start finding love? Grooming. Okay.
Come on, Raph. Straight up. Peace or love?
I'm gonna give me peace, I beg.
Respect or affection?
I go for respect.
So you are going for both money or mental health, right?
They collect it too because the money determines my mental health.
How about freedom or marriage? Or you still want both?
Give or take, as crazy as it sounds, I still love marriage.
Your answer is very important that we do that.
Yeah, it's very important. When
As
I
crazy
get
as
in
it
marriage.
I'm still enjoying my.
Should be told.
I'm still enjoying my.
Normally,
I can wake up in the morning, do whatever I want to do, self-development and all,
But at the time, you go still need that marriage. it's a
No,
very
they, no, they
beautiful
use
thing.
that one, they threaten.
No worry.
So, and honestly, I want to say it's been an interesting time having this conversation and getting to understand that, okay, these are the things that we ought to do and we need to do. And white men, at the same time, they need to love themselves because you can't continue to fill others' cup while yours is empty.
Yes.
And that's most time that's what
That is what
happening.
kills us more.
Exactly, because people want to fill others' cup while yours is just is draining,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, you have nothing to fall back on, even as a man. Someone said, if you say he is not going to gaslight himself, because when he works for money, he makes sure that okay. So this is the experience. He said there's this a friend of his. He noticed that man, you are working, you are making but you are not showing, nothing is showing on him. So he said one day after they collected his salary, he called him. So he took him to a boutique. He said, "You see this money you work for? You are going to spend it on yourself. Buy things for yourself." He said after that he took him to an eatery. You have to eat this money. He said after he got home, that after he started distributing the money, nothing was left. He said, "You see why you still have to spend on yourself? Because at the end of the day, you may not even have anything to fall back on for yourself." So I think so, and for us being able to iron out those things and at the same time and just I'll for probably maybe like 3 minutes. I want to talk about the awareness you're trying to create when it comes to men and boys also, so that we can also try to see, so that at least people will also get to them and see well how they can also reach you. Anybody who really wants to help their male child and all.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I don't hold it lightly. I really appreciate it. And if you're out there, thank you also for listening. So what I'm working on with 4 team members. I have a team lead. I'm not like it's not like my whole idea certainly. And the sweetest part about this whole idea that it's not even coming from a man. Our team lead is a lady.
Oma.
Yes.
Oh. She go pay fine. She go pay. Oma go pay fine. Oma, if you are watching this, you go tell us.
We go relate. So
the
the sweetest thing about this is
very good friend.
the Healing Man project. When she pitched it to me, and I like told her I was interested, because me, I noticed that in my life, the spiritual aspect was going fine, family fine, business fine, but I knew that I didn't have any, like, aside few things I've done in the past, I don't have like any substantial social impact. And me, I told myself I prefer a life of impact than a life of I made so much money. Money is money is not everything.
Exactly.
Even the Elon Musk now, when I look at that guy and I'm hearing him talk about money and everything, he always goes back to that whole, he prefers that normal way of living.
Absolutely.
Regardless of him being in
Because there are some things
that man
still need that
billions.
personal.
He still lives in a personal What I even off me was the fact that I said that when he sold
SpaceX.
No, his first company that he
Yeah.
sold when he was still younger.
PayPal also.
Yes, when he sold
PayPal.
PayPal.
Yeah.
He was still living with his friend, and then he was a billionaire. So when I look back on life and I see people that have so much of what we are even thinking of looking for, and they still fall back to the basic things of life, I think to myself, a life of impact is straight up a better way to live this life. Because the only reason who can I call? Nelson Mandela is still relevant now. That
Because
he's
of the
dead.
impact.
He lived the life of impact.
Absolutely.
Michael Jackson, the same thing. See this movie that just came out now. You see how
Yeah.
people are like going through.
Exactly.
That's because he lived the life of impact. And the Healing Man project is all about impact. We're not doing it for sightseeing or just me just be saying we do something. This is something like we've researched on. We've met companies about. We've approached notable people in the society. I don't want to just talk about who is going to be coming, but let me just mention one name that we're trying to put it. We're trying to bring this guy there, Tunde Onakoya.
Yeah.
You know, he's someone that does this thing
Exactly.
actively. So we're trying to relate with people we're trying to collaborate with people that are already actively there, so we can collaborate as one voice under the Healing Man project to bring this thing down to the average Nigerian that doesn't have any mouth or voice whatsoever to seek out for help. Because sometimes it's not that people are scared to look for help, but they don't know how to ask. So when people are scared of asking, you come at the solution, and that's where the Healing Man project comes in.
Thank you. Maru, being a love doctor. So I think because most times the first episode we had and the first conversation we had, you spoke about it. So it skipped my mind. So I just wanted to talk briefly about what you do when it comes to, because when people hear he's a love doctor, like what Ima has become, Raphael has been calling, but I just want you to briefly talk about it.
First of all,
Open up presentation.
You why they like this now?
First of all, my name's Apokeme Prince Ogenemaro. The Maro Talks was gotten from my initial name, which is Ogenemaro. I happen to be a trained certified counselor from Lagos State University. Also,
Good, that's right.
I also have
Give a man
professional
alive.
certificate on the marriage counseling, psychology, and the likes, family dynamics, and the likes. So basically, what I do is I preach more of love because I feel with love everybody will heal with time. Because the world as it is now lacks love. Because I don't see the reason why I should fight my brother man. When at the end of the day, none of us is going to win this battle of death. So we just need to collaborate, live in harmony and unity, with love and peace and mutual respect.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And thank you so much because we really had this mutual conversation, and I believe we've been able to pick one or two things and all. And like I do say that, in as much as we have a whole lot of things that is going through our mind, most time when we go back to our crib or our safe space, we still want to think about those things like, oh, this is going on. How am I going to go through this and all? But we still need to remember that we need those people around us. No man is an island. You can't survive all alone. You need people. Fine. We need God, which is very important first and foremost. But at the same time, we can't still do without people. It's just like footballers.
You need the full team.
You need the footballers on the field, on the pitch, and the coach is there. The subs are there. But they forgot one thing that is going to keep encourage them to play are the fans. The spectators, because they need those spectators to, even if they are losing that.
Remember when we were watching football during COVID?
Exactly where this is that, because they still realize that, oh boy, we can't find people here. They just have to use voice, sound to make it look as if there are people there. And same also when it comes to people. When people say, they don't have friends, but at the same time, I know they still have people they talk to. They have those people that, if anything is wrong, they still have to go back to them and know. And I believe that those things will keep helping us to also help others. Even when our cup is full, we will also be able to help others to also try. And it's on this note that we are going to. Okay, yeah.
I didn't ask him what he did. I wanted to know what he did.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yes. My brother. So, please.
In a marriage counselor.
I'm a general advisor and.
Okay, so what? Okay, so what he does generally?
What I do personally, or I'm good at doing, is actually giving advice, basically, in all aspects, financial, marriage, or whatever. Sure, you understand? But
your work. What do you do? Yeah.
Well, in terms of work, real estate's mostly now into all those housing agents. So we literally get house within and outside, in and out of Lagos, and also into land, selling of land and reselling of land again.
And also, you might not mention if you have projects on electrical work.
Okay, yeah, electrical.
But as I don't mention now, don't worry. My percentage, I pray as you don't mention it, collect that percentage.
Can I have a shout out to a manly friend?
I say now, woman, want to. I don't go allow. Okay, so yeah.
Alright, shout out to my guy Victor, who has been there for me when I had my accident. Shout out to you.
For real, I think I can be a testifier of that because I moved into this environment around that time. Because I always see Victor there. At the point I was thinking that probably they stay together. Honestly speaking.
Wow. Shout out to you, man.
Victor, big ups, man.
Shout out to you.
Big ups, man. I mean.
You
So
can bring Victor, no problem.
yeah, what are we doing? At least, definitely. So,
Oh my God.
and I think these are just things because we still need our people. We all need somebody to lean on when the chips are down, and that's just it. So, on that note, we'll be calling it a day. And like I said, we just have to keep being good people to our friends, our neighbors, being good husbands, wives, good citizens at the end of the day, so that the world at large will surely benefit from what we've learned or who we are at the end of the day. So it's on this note that we're calling it a day, and between Faith Love and Nigeria, stay here and look forward to the next edition. Bye for now.